Once upon a time, there were two childhood friends named Arif and Raju. Arif lived in a quiet village nestled between lush green hills, where the morning mist would roll over the fields, and the scent of fresh earth filled the air. Raju, on the other hand, lived in a bustling town where tall buildings blocked the sun, and the hum of traffic was a constant soundtrack to his life. Despite their differences, Arif and Raju had been inseparable since they were little. They shared stories of their worlds every time they met during the summer holidays or when Arif visited the town for a festival. Arif's village was peaceful and life there was simple. The people lived in harmony with nature, working together in the fields and spending evenings under the stars. Arif would often help his family with farming, tending to the animals, and enjoying the calm pace of life. The village was small, and everyone knew everyone else. In the evening, there were no bright lights or loud noises, just the sounds of crickets and the occasional rustle of trees in the wind. On the other hand, Raju's town was always alive. The streets were busy, filled with cars, buses, and people hurrying to work. Raju lived in an apartment building that was far from the open fields and fresh air of the village. The town had everything: shopping malls, theaters, and restaurants. But sometimes Raju felt like something was missing. Despite the excitement and convenience, the fast-paced life often made him feel lonely. One summer, Arif invited Raju to visit his village. Raju, curious about the simplicity of village life, decided to take a break from the town's hustle and bustle. He arrived, and the first thing he noticed was the stillness in the air, the vibrant green fields, and the clear sky above. Arif welcomed him with open arms, and they spent the day exploring the village together. They walked through the fields, fed the animals, and helped Arif's family with some farming work. Raju was amazed by how close everyone was to nature and how peaceful the village felt. That evening, as the sun began to set, Arif took Raju to the top of a hill where they sat and watched the sky turn orange and pink. Raju felt a calmness he had never experienced in the town. It was so quiet and beautiful, a stark contrast to the noise and chaos he was used to. But the next day, Raju couldn't help but feel the difference in lifestyle. The village, while serene, had its own challenges. The roads were dusty, and there weren't many options for entertainment or modern conveniences like in the town. He missed the quick internet connection, the availability of stores, and the lively social scene that the town provided. Arif noticed Raju's unease and asked, "What's on your mind, my friend?" Raju smiled. "I think I'm just not used to the quiet life here. It's peaceful, but a bit too slow for me." Arif chuckled and said, "I understand. Life in the village is simple, but it's not without its difficulties. Still, I wouldn't trade it for anything." A few weeks later, Raju invited Arif to visit the town. Arif, eager to experience life in the town, agreed. The moment he arrived, he was struck by the endless rows of buildings, the sound of car horns, and the busy streets. It was a far cry from the peaceful village, but Raju was right. There was something exciting about the town. They went to a shopping mall, watched a movie in a theater, and ate at a bustling restaurant. Arif found the town fascinating, but also overwhelming. The noise, the rush, and the constant movement made him long for the simplicity of the village. That night, as they sat in Raju's apartment, Arif sighed. "I can see why you like it here, but it feels so fast. I miss the calm of the village." Raju nodded. understanding his friend's feelings. I know, sometimes I wish things were slower, but the town has its perks. It's full of opportunities, but it can be tiring too. As the days passed, both friends realized that each world had its own charm. The village offered peace and a connection to nature, while the town provided excitement and opportunities for growth. They learned that both lifestyles were valuable depending on what one sought from life. One day, as they sat by the river that ran through the village, Arif looked at Raju and said, "You know, I think we can blend the best of both worlds. I'll come to visit you when I want excitement, and you can come here when you need peace." Raju smiled. "Agreed. We'll build a bridge between the two worlds." From that day on, Arif and Raju visited each other often, sharing stories and experiences from their different worlds. They realized that no matter where they lived, their friendship was the one constant, and it would always bridge the gap between the village and the town. And thus, they both learned that while their worlds were different, they could learn from each other and grow together side by side. The end.